family. Thank you so much for tuning in. Listen, we're talking about wealth mindset today, and we're talking about mental health. We're talking about how to get close to others during this seasonal change and how that can really affect your friends and your family, and some tips on what you can do about it. So make sure you stay to the end so that you can get the little freebie that I'm giving out to you guys as well. And make sure you know what to do. Comment, subscribe, share this post, because it definitely can help you or it can help someone you know. I got you guys. Stay tuned. All right, let's get into it. So I wanted to talk to you guys about the winter seasons, the fall seasons, time change, and how that really does play a part into some people's lives, right? We talk often on this channel about mental health, physical health, wealth mindset. It all ties into a wealth mindset. And I help you guys learn how to save your money through life insurance products that help grow it, compound it. That's one thing. But the other side of this is our wealth mindset, it encompasses all these other things, right? A lot of things can trigger our spending. A lot of things can trigger us being locked in and focused toward our goals. And that all comes back around to your mental health and your wealth mindset. Okay, so to get to the goal, we need all the things. We need all the things, right? And so mindfulness is one thing that we definitely need on this journey of wealth mindset, to have a healthy state of wealth mindset, right? And I told you guys the state of the economy is bad right now. Even with the government opening back up, even with people going back to work and getting paid, it's still winter, going into the winter season. It's still holiday time, and the economy is rough with inflation, and people are still just tense about that, right? And so the thing I want you guys to also remember is, even if none of this was happening, even if we had like money flowing through and everything, some people still would be in a bad space just because of time change. The fact that it gets darker outside, it does something to people, and it can take them into a state of depression. Not saying that that state of depression wasn't already there, but it seems like it can amplify a lot more when we get into the colder months, okay? You may not have even thought about, is that what's happening in your own life? But I can promise you that's happening in other people's lives, okay? I think I have experienced it myself. And I'm a winter baby. I've always loved winter months. But there became points in life where I wasn't near family, and I realized that those months got longer. They got more sad. It felt cold. Even though I had friends and all that, something was different at certain points in times during the winter months for me, compared to when I was younger and when I was like just loving being a winter baby and just loving winter. I'm saying I'm a winter baby, but I'm really probably a fall baby. My birthday's at the end of November. It's the 28th actually. But you get what I'm saying. I love the cold. And so you guys, listen, talk to your neighbors, talk to your coworkers. And when I say talk to them, just ask them how they're doing. I know you're not a therapist. I know that you don't have all the answers. No one's asking you to have all the answers for anyone. And I can promise you, when you ask them how they're doing, if they give you a response back and actually tell you how they're doing, they're probably not looking for you to fix the problem. They're just like literally happy to have someone to talk to. You wouldn't believe how many people really don't have a support system, or don't have family or friends that they really truly feel like they can talk to. Even if you see them with people all the time, that does not mean that they feel like they are on a deeper level enough with these people to have honest conversation with them. A lot of people are in very surface level relationships, even within their own family. And that might ring some bells for you. And that's why we have the We Are Wealthy community. That's why we're here together. That's why I'm calling y'all family. Because at the end of the day, you need the space. We all need that space. And we can bounce things off of each other. We can be honest with each other. We can help each other grow in this space. So if you know you need it, think about other people that might need it as well. And so be mindful, be thoughtful of that. And once again, just say, how are you doing today? You might just be saying it as in the South here, we often say that just as a greeting. But oftentimes people answer. They're like, yo, look, it's been rough. And it catches you off guard a lot. But some people do answer. Sometimes people say, ain't no need in complaining. But they might really do need to complain to get it off their chest. And I would much rather somebody complain to me than to go and take it out violently on someone else, if that makes sense. Now, once again, I'm not asking you guys to go jump out here and like a superhero and try to save the world and be here for everybody to the fullest extent, because you're not even licensed to do that. All I'm telling you is have a heart, be thoughtful of people. Like, just ask the simple, common questions of, how are you doing today? Or, hey, I'm just checking in on you. Rule of thumb, and I live by this now, and a couple of rules of thumbs, okay? Actually, when I think about somebody, I either go ahead on and call them or I leave them a message. Even if I don't let the phone ring fully for them to answer, I let them know that I called so that when they have time, they can think to call me back. But I want them to know I was thinking about them. Or I'll go ahead and send them a text, and then, they can get back to me whenever they can. I don't take it personal how long it takes anybody to reach out to me. But everybody doesn't feel that way. Everybody is not the same, okay? Some people really genuinely feel away if you go weeks, months, whatever, without talking to them and you're supposed to be their friend. Now, life is life for all of us, but unfortunately, how some people feel, and I can't even say unfortunately, they are entitled to feel exactly how they want to feel, but it's just like you can really get wrapped up in your own life. And, if you want someone to be there for you at certain moments, like your birthdays or whatever celebrations you may have, that requires some type of relationship. Some people are just not cool with like having surface level relationships or acting like we're in this certain space and we're really just not. Some people live for that. They live for the gram. They live just to look like they know all these people. Some people are not like that. They take their relationships very, very serious, right? So then think about that if you're going into the winter months feeling that way, and then your depression sets in or loneliness sets in, and then you really got time. You got time to think about everybody that didn't call you back, everybody that didn't show up for you, and it can either one or two things make you start not liking them, start lashing out at them, being mean to them, or either it can just take you into a deeper depression. And if you don't want that for your friends, just check in on them. If they don't respond back, you did your part. You did your part. You reached out. You might have to reach out a couple times if you love them, because they really might be depressed. They really might have things going on, and it might take a couple. You might have to go by if you can. I mean, look, man, I'm telling you now. Once again, I'm not telling you break your own back, because I understand you may be going through things as well, but be mindful. If you have the capacity, do it, okay? Because somebody else might not have the capacity to do it for themselves, and you might be that person. Like that person's mom might not have capacity to be reaching out to them right now, but you have capacity as a friend to fill in that space. That's why they call this your tribe, your village, your community. And that's why I'm also trying to build this safe space for you guys in the We Are Wealthy community, so that all else fails, you got us, okay? We have to have each other. But be mindful of your people, your neighbors, your friends, especially this particular holiday season, because a lot of people, once again, have not bounced back from pandemic, and now we're dealing with all this recession. It's almost a recession, but inflation and people getting laid off and thousands of people losing their jobs, and then holidays coming around, and they might already felt lonely, and they might not have a lot of family. It just keeps getting worse and worse. It's piling up, right? And I'm not saying any of this for it to start being thoughts in your head. Let's be clear. Don't you start thinking like this if you're not in that space. Now, we talked about it. I showed you guys what I do. I go ahead on and I immediately message them. I might ring their phone a couple rings just so that they'll know I thought about them. They have apps too that can like ding or either like heartbeat or something like that for your partners, which you could probably use this for your friends and everyone to let them know you thinking about them. Like you tap it and it'll vibrate for them. It's just letting them know somebody's there and they care about you. So look that up, and I will do some research too, and I will try to link some below as well if I can find them again, because I definitely was considering using that too when I was away. Okay, once again, I don't want you guys to also start, like I said, stress spending during this time, because I'm telling you right now, the sun is going to rise again. The time is going to change again, and that's going to happen almost 6 months from now. And what you're doing right now is going to directly affect you 6 months from now. So you can either be depressed right now, spend all your money, go into debt, and then come spring, be depressed again because you did all that. Or either you could try to work some of these things out and help your friends out now so that that's not their situation in 6 months or your situation in 6 months. All right, so we talked about helping neighbors, helping friends, and everything. Now, how do we help ourselves? We are like the number one priority in our own lives. Let's be clear. So one thing I do, I journal. And that helps tremendously, just getting your feelings out and sitting with them. And a lot of times I journal and never look at those pages again. Sometimes I journal, and I don't just journal bad things, because sometimes people do that and they don't ever think to add good things in there. And so then when life gets on top and you feel like everything's unfair, you have nothing to go back to look at to see when things were actually good. So when things are good, I would journal that, like, today I had a win. Today was very super successful. Today was that day, or I did this or whatever. Write that down too. I often write down Bible verses too, along with my journaling. And I might develop a journal for you guys. But I write down Bible verses too when I'm going through hard times. And if because my dad gives me a lot of verses to reflect on, my mom as well. And I'll write those Bible verses down so that if I experience that again, I can go back to that Bible verse and reset. So that's like me finding my North Star to get myself back where I need to be, to focus and be happy or what have you, right? So journaling is my first key indicator I would tell you to do. Second, I will tell you to pray. Now, if that's not your position, you don't have a religious life or, or what have you, then, that's my method. I talk to God. So I guess I could say for you in that space to meditate. Meditating your inner self will help you work through a lot of things. They have a lot of meditation audio. I think you could probably find some on any of your streaming platforms, and just sit with yourself. It really helps lower your cortisol. Stretching, relaxing, massages, work out. Take care of yourself in this space, because I'm telling you guys, stress kills. Stress causes heart attack. Stress raises your cortisol, where you won't be able to lose weight, and you're wondering why you just holding on to weight and all this during winter as well. It's because of your cortisol levels. You can be really, really stressed out. Third thing, find a hobby. Hobbies help. Hobbies change lives, I'm telling you, because you then end up meeting other people that do the same hobby, and then there's a friend. You have a friend in them, right? And hobbies are great tools to keep you going even when you're not depressed. It's just it's an outlet, right? And I will tell you the fourth thing that I did when I moved to Charlotte, when I initially moved to Charlotte, and I play tennis. And I couldn't find, so crazy that everybody plays pickleball now, all of a sudden, but nobody knew how to play tennis. But I digress. We'll come back to that later. I needed a tennis partner. Tennis happens to be one of those things you can't really do by yourself. And I didn't know anybody. So I discovered Meetup. And then I also made a friend through tennis, right? Because it was so far where I had to go play with the group. And then I met a friend that stayed on my side of town. And then we started playing outside of that. And then we ended up just still being friends. And so there are ways to find your village. There are ways to find your tribe. But you have to be willing to put yourself out there. We're grown now, you guys. It's time. It's time. It's time. It's time. Please comment down below if you're looking for a friend. Comment in the We Are Wealthy community. Get in there and get to talking so that we can meet each other. You never know. You might have somebody that's right local to you, right? And so Meetup, you have to go on there. I don't know what all you guys do, but they definitely have what I wanted to do on there. So go in there. You can put in your hobby or whatever you're looking for, and then there's probably a group near you or not too far, maybe an online group that's doing what you like to do. Crazy, right? But we're not the only people that go through this. So this affects people all over. So don't ever feel weird about things. Don't feel less than or nothing. You're not the only one that go through what you're going through, or your friends aren't the only ones that go through what they go through. We just got to not make them feel weird. We just got to be able to support them. Okay. The last thing I want to talk to you guys about is being mindful of your friends and family when it comes to the money and everything right now in this season too, because I told you guys before, go watching my previous videos. Make sure you guys subscribe so you can see all my videos when they pop up. Comment below, share it. Please share this with somebody that needs to hear it. Okay, that's first and foremost. Okay. With the economy, with people being laid off, with people being furloughed and all that, friends don't have it all the time. Even if this wasn't happening, your friends just don't always have it. So when you reach out to them, it should not always be about, let's go do something that requires money. Okay. Friends and family really need to start talking more about how can we save money? How can we build together? How can we really go on the vacation of our dream versus taking these little trips here to there? Like, it's time to lock in and really get the life that you want. And that's the whole point of the We Are Wealthy community. That's why I do these videos for you guys, because we have to have a healthy wealth mindset, right? And the way we want to live, if you're not living the way you want to live right now, right? We got to get you there, right? And we're going to do that by helping each other, give advice to each other. The things we learn, we're going to share. We're skipping the line. We're not going to keep doing this the hard way. We don't have time, and some of us don't have family that can tell us this. Some of us don't have friends, but we can help each other. That's the whole goal here, right? And so once you get what you need and you get where you want to be financially and with your career, with your business, whatever, you then want to live that life for the rest of your life, even in retirement. You don't want to have to cut back because all of a sudden you decided you're tired of working, you're ready to go into retirement. And so to do that, you have to just be mindful, and you need to start having these type of conversations with your friends. If they're your friends, they're going to get it. It's not about, oh, I'm broke and I don't want to go. No, it's about, I need to save some of this money so that I can have a savings, so I can have a retirement. I need to just be more strategic with my money. Girl, let's talk about that. How can we do that? I saw this video that talked about we can put money in life insurance and grow it like that, or we can start our own retirement through life insurance. Share the information so that you and your friends can have real conversations. And the girls and the guys that get it will get it. Those that won't, you have to assess if this kind of fits, right? But right now, I'm telling you guys, everything that you talk to your friends about right now, as far as getting up with them, should not pertain to money, like going out to eat and going shopping and all these things, because everybody just doesn't have it, and they're not going to want to tell you that. That could then potentially make them not answer the phone because they think every time you call, you want to go spend money. So then you're lonely because now none of your friends want to mess with you, but it's really just the approach to hang out. It's the way you're approaching the hangout. Have movie night, have girls. What happened to that? What happened to book clubs? What happened to wine night or rest and relaxation night where we have spa nights? Like, or guys, where y'all just go play poker or y'all drink whiskey or something and smoke cigars like at the house. Like, it don't always have to be at a bar. Like, most of these things can be done at someone's house. It doesn't, or either a lot of like you guys' neighborhoods and apartment complexes have like really cool clubhouses. You can just go in there and like hang out and stuff like that. Fire pits, get a fire pit, man. That will change the game on the outside sitting, especially during the winter. Me and my family sit outside, and we were not these people, but the fire pit changed the dynamic. And so just think about things like that, because guys, look, y'all need to hang out too. Y'all don't need to just be in the house watching TV. Go watch the TV at your homeboy house. Go get out the house. You just don't have to go to a bar spending money. That's all I'm saying to you guys. We all have to think strategically and logically about what we're doing. And I just miss those house hangouts, the house parties, the house hangouts versus having to get dressed and go out to a club. And you can still get dressed to go to somebody's house now. Let's be clear. You can put that shit on and go to somebody's house. Let's be clear. And so I want you guys to think about everything that we've talked about here. The state of the economy, mental health when it comes to the weather changing, seasons changing. What you're doing right now is going to directly affect you 6 months from now, whether that's your mental health, physical health, or that money. Think about logically the life you want to live and how we all here on the We Are Wealthy community can help each other as a family reach these goals, skip the line so that we can have a good life now and down the road. And if you want to be a part of that gang, you want to be a part of our family, look, you know what to do. Subscribe, comment, and share. Definitely share this post with someone who needs to hear it. Let them know that they have a friend in me, and they can always follow my page, and we're going to keep talking. All right, I got you guys. But once again, if you need anything dealing with how to save your money through life insurance backed product, or creating a retirement, rolling over an old 401k from a job that laid you off, or a job that you just happened to quit, like I said, I have a freebie for you guys. So comment retirement down below. My links are also going to be down below if you guys want to get into the life insurance industry, or if you guys want to join my We Are Wealthy community, you know what to do. Comment over there on the community tab under YouTube. And I got you guys. Listen, we don't have to do this alone. Make sure you share this with someone who needs it. And if you're the person who needs it, definitely get active in those comments and get active in the community chat so that we can build a family together. I appreciate you guys. Make sure you tune in to my next videos and go watch all the other ones too. I'll see you, family.